Okay, people,
Nice.
start throwing money at Taz so that he'll draw things. Until then, we're
Yes.
gonna stare at this white screen.
Should I do a little self-intro thing?
Sure, go for it.
So, hi, I am Taz. I go by I Draws Dinosaurs on Tumblr and Instagram. And yeah, I will be drawing anything pretty much, and also answering any questions that you guys have about paleo art or anything similar. Happy to answer questions about that. Just I guess a couple of ground rules of like no not safe for work topics or language preferably. But other than that, yeah.
Okay, someone asked for a sample of some of your work. Well, he did make our logo.
I did not expect that to end up on a t-shirt. I can just share my screen instead of application window, and then I can take you all on a wonderful journey through my image files. I have a lot of junk in there. I'll go into the Triassic folder because I did some illustrations for our Triassic March Madness event earlier this year.
So for those who don't know, the next Madness is going to be Permian March Madness, and we're trying to start it earlier because we basically did Triassic March Madness as we went.
It was bad.
There was
It was a mistake.
It was a mess. There was a lot of crunch.
So yeah, here's a weird fish. This is Foraya. It's a coelacanth, and it looks like it was made out of clay and then dropped. There's Helveticosaurus, which is basically a reptile trying to be a seal before seals were a thing.
We have a drawing request.
Exciting.
A liberally feathered Falcaria.
Liberally feathered. Okay,
Yeah.
I will
Think
take
what
this.
I would ask for at work, but plus 10 feathers. Why are feathers so good?
Soft.
We have another request after that from Emily, but we'll wait and keep that in the queue.
Okay, Falcarius. Actually, I have a wonderful book by Gregory. I have a wonderful book by Gregory S. Paul called The Princeton Field Guide to Dinosaurs, which has a whole bunch of skeletal references in it. So I will avail myself of that because that is very helpful. This is not the liberal feathers will come soon enough. Got to get the kind of underlying structure down first.
Long boy.
He is long. There was a museum exhibition at the South Australian Museum with a whole bunch of Louis Ray art, and they had a mounted skeleton of Falcarius, and it was just absurd looking. Like I'd seen the pictures and everything, but it sort of was not enough preparation for how bizarrely long this thing is. It's not right.
It's like take a normal Therizinosaur and then just stretch it at both ends.
Well, really, what we think of as a normal Therizinosaur, it is more of a Falcarius squished at both ends.
Okay, maybe you're right, but speaking of dinosaurs that have no right to be that long, Elaphrosaurus.
Oh, Elaphrosaurus disgusts me. What is it doing? How dare it? Honestly, dinosaurs just have a very long and proud history of deciding to be way too long for their own good. Like, we've got, there's sauropods as the ultimate example, but we've also got, like, well, these guys, Miragaia. What was that iguanodontid that had a long neck or something?
You're probably thinking of Lurdosaurus.
Lodosaurus, that's
which
right.
is weird for other reasons too.
Yes.
It's just chunk.
It's also incredibly thick.
Taz, can you draw Cenozoic mammals?
I have not tried in a long time. I am willing to attempt. I am willing to attempt, and I am willing to accept miserable failure. Okay, so let's go for liberal feathers. Let's zoom out a little for that, and just some whole lot of. He is now. Okay, I'll try more than that.
Falcarius, also known as the Tribbles.
Yes, secret Star Trek fact. Let's find a. I'm just gonna like. We're gonna turn this into a little. He's a little songbird thing. Get those legs fully encased in the floof.
Floof.
Tail gets extended by at least 50%. With feathers off the end of it. This is it. Falcarius is a bird. Has become a bird if you took it into Photoshop and just stretched it out wide.
Smudge tool.
And Taz, there were two questions. Somebody wanted to know what drawing software you're using, and what your schooling's been like. Did you go to art school or school for paleontology and art on the side, or are you just naturally awesome?
Ooh, so the art program, I will willingly go on about this because I use Krita, which is spelled Krita.
Not Critter.
No, it's they're being cool and interesting. And Krita is it's an art program that is completely free. It is open source, and it basically, like, if you see people doing all of their art and stuff on Photoshop, I've found I used to do it on Photoshop when I still had like a school provided license for it. But when that ran out, I changed to Krita, and it basically has all of the functionality of Photoshop that you could want for producing art, and costs absolutely nothing, and even has some things that Photoshop doesn't have, like mirroring. So it is a fantastic program that I will highly recommend to anyone who wants to do art and things, because it is fantastic. How's that for a liberally feathered Falcarius? Are we happy with this? What was the second suggestion for art?
Lelinosaura or any other Aussie dino.
The Australians are taking over. This is a fantastic time to remind everyone why we're doing this. Black Lives Matter. Did you know that the murderers of Breonna Taylor have not yet been arrested? That seems like something that needs to be fixed.
Also, Patrick Hunter is he donated earlier but didn't ask for anything, so
now he's asking for a Deinonychus in a Toronto Raptor jersey, but obviously you should do the Lelinosaur first because it came in first.
Lelinosaura is absolutely ridiculous.
Speaking of dinosaurs that are long,
I've just quickly grabbed the skeletal that Ashley made for it, because why? What made it think that what made Lelinosaura think that it had the right to be like this?
My guess is sexual selection. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's our default for everything.
It's the ritual purposes of paleontology. Oh, that's a weird skull too, and I don't like it. What are you? I do love the eyebrows that these guys have, though.
yes.
So much angst, so little time. Oh, you guys will be happy to know that we have a new volunteer on our team who will be helping draw for donations some tomorrow, so that it's not just me and Henry crying for 6 hours. Her name is Stephanie. If her are not your preferred pronoun, Stephanie, let me know, but I'm assuming Stephanie. And she is a paleo artist on Twitter.
Nice. It's got pretty big feet as well.
Right? I think they hop.
Poured
Sounds
all
valid.
stats into tail, a little bit into feet.
How's everyone's Friday nights going?
Well, my Saturday morning is going okay.
I love you guys, but the fact that we're not in the same place makes friendship an interesting adventure.
Then again, as all of our sleep schedules just collapse, it
They
doesn't
do.
become as much of an issue.
Oh, mine
Why am
collapsed
I
3 months
nocturnal?
ago. Actually, literally 3 months ago.
I was mostly nocturnal, and then COVID happened. And now I'm fully nocturnal.
I have been pretty consistently getting up at 12 to 1 every day after going to sleep at like 6 in the morning. Leonosaura, aka peacock kangaroo scarf creature.
We're always glad to rekindle interest in paleo. Sometimes we talk about it to the exclusion of absolutely nothing else. In fact, that's most of the time, especially as we approach field season or what would be field season.
How's that for I drew a horrible, scrawny little creature and then covered it with floof.
I repeat, I would like to hug it.
I mean, a lot of things that are really floofy, without the floof, are probably are horrible, scrawny creatures.
Oh, absolutely. Owls are nasty.
Okay, so what's
we
next?
had Deinonychus in a Raptors jersey or something.
It's a basketball team?
Toronto Raptors.
Basketball? I don't know sports, so
You're gonna have to look it up.
I'm gonna have to Google this. Huh, at least they don't have a... Oh no, wait, there's the mascot costume.
We have raised nearly $1,300. So yeah.
Okay, so Raptors jersey is basically red. Neat. This time it's...
Hello.
Hello.
Just-
We have more Australians now.
Hey.
Hey! I'm gonna draw this one on an angle, because that is fun, and I like...
What are you drawing now?
We have a Deinonychus wearing a Toronto Raptors jersey, aka the basketball team with a Jurassic Park looking raptor on it.
Yep.
I mean, look at how the raptor is red. That's obviously because it doesn't have any feathers. Thus, it's gotten a horrible sunburn.
This is not what Bob Barker meant when he wrote Raptor Red.
Also, how dare Bob Backer not be easily reached by email? I'm frustrated.
Yeah, we tried contacting him, but he doesn't have a publicly available email address.
I did contact Jack Horner. He never got back to me.
Maybe with Bob Backer, maybe you don't contact him.
Oh my
He
god.
appears to you when the time is right. I mean, that's basically what happened to me. I was going on a road trip with my dad, across from Chicago back to California, and
I keep kidnapping Henry. Anyway.
we were basically stopping at various paleontologically interesting places along the way, like natural history museums, Cleveland Lloyd Quarry, and so I walked into the Morrison Natural History Museum, and guess who was there?
Old Bobby Boy.
We chatted, and
Yeah.
he gave me a signed copy of Raptor Red, and
Ooh. That he just had on him.
yeah, and that
As you do.
that was one of several events that sort of started kicking me into looking into actual real paleontology, because I was also coming around the
sweet.
age when, yeah, I should be thinking about what actual real paleontology is.
You mean it isn't nerds talking about dinosaur feathers all day?
No, it
I
is
thought
that,
that's
but it's
exactly
also more.
what it was. Alright, let's get this. This is just gonna look exactly like those, like, people putting jumpers on their birds pictures.
Okay,
It's just-
as a bird owner, how the fuck do people do that? There's no way.
Lots and lots of patience.
Like, I love
And
my
lots and lots
chickens.
of blood.
Yeah.
Right, I love my chickens, but they would never let me put clothing on them in a million years.
That's one benefit of lizards.
Yeah.
It's easier to put hats on them.
That said, so we have our little tissue box for the cockatiels to nest in right now, and they've carved out a window to look through and a hole for their tail feathers to go through. It's
So
amazing.
they're wearing the box.
Kind of, but also they made themselves a house, basically, and it's adorable.
What number should the Deinonychus be?
How many million years ago?
1312! I know that's too big of a number for a jersey, but
I don't think basketball numbers go that high, but I'll take that. We need a deflated, ripped apart basketball
Yes.
because birds are savage and destructive, and nothing will escape like the destructive power of bird.
The only ball that a bird can play with are the kinds that don't pop when poked. Namely, Ellie has 2 balls that are kind of more like rattles, but she'll hold on to them and play with them all the time. It's adorable. I need to stop bragging about my birds. I apologize.
No, it's 100% worth it. They are just such good birds.
All right, there we go. Deinonychus in a Raptors jersey.
It's a work of art.
Do we send that to the Toronto Raptors?
Yes.
Tweet it at them. Here's your new mascot, Tragosus castoridens. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. This is an interesting experiment. I don't know mammals, but I will. Half the image results at the top of Google search are from reptileevolution.com.
Oh no.
Oh, it's not a beaver. Well, this is why I don't work on mammals. I work on dinosaurs.
It looks like
it is
the
according to. So if there are any mammal enthusiasts in the audience, I do apologize wholeheartedly for the ways in which I will probably mangle this. Okay, there's got to be some nose tissue here, yeah, because there's
phylogenetic bracketing tells us nothing of any use for the nose tissue.
Oh, I'm I'm flying in the dark here.
At the very least, you'll be better than what Peters is suggesting.
One of the Nazis I reported got kicked off Twitter.
Yay!
Oh, nice. These are ears, I guess.
If nothing else, it's going to be better than my attempts at drawing mammals. You've seen some of those.
I'll pretend the mouth goes like this.
I love the aesthetic of the pencil you're using, by the way.
Thank you.
It
It is a very fun brush. Charcoal pencil thin brush.
Nice. I love it.
Critter. It is my favorite. Should I give it whiskers? I don't know how to tell if it had whiskers.
Give it whiskers anyways.
It has whiskers now. Yay.
Yay!
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 What was my schooling like? I graduated high school last year. I'm currently studying paleontology at uni. And I never went to art school specifically. I did do a lot of art classes in high school, which were really good. And I had a great time there. But I guess a lot of my actual drawing and stuff has been stuff I've kind of learned and absorbed from all over the place here and there, looking at what other artists do, reading copious amounts of how to draw books as a child, and then promptly ignoring every piece of advice that they gave to me. I've learned plenty of art things from school, but especially in terms of paleo art, I am very much probably self-taught. There have not been very many good paleo art resource books out there until the Paleo Artist's Handbook by Mark Whittam. That is a beautiful volume. The next request that we got with a donation was Stegosaurus, but with feathers.
Would the feathers be the I'm about to troll here a little, on the Thagomizer, or would it be on the plates, or I mean
As
Around the plate?
Why not both?
use your creative vision.
Also,
You know how to make poops.
responding to Derek about Tilodonts, the Halliday et al. 2017 Mammal Phylogeny has one Tilodont in it as Sthonyx, and it recovers it, like so many other former Simulestans, as a stem pangolin.
That's
Well, pangolins are awesome, so.
Yeah.
pangolins are
That
wonderful.
matrix finds a lot of things to be stem pangolins, including most former Simulestans, Arctocyon, and all the creodonts that are in the matrix.
We have a very elaborate request from Gabe Hughes, by the way.
This request is
Oh, no.
amazing.
I'm sitting here in fear. Where
Bobby,
Can
can you
someone
just read the request out loud?
can someone describe it to me?
I'm laughing too
Yes.
much to say
We
it.
would love to see a drawing of Trigger, our anti-fascist protoceratops from the video game Dino D-Day, who bravely battled Nazis in World War II. Please draw him with a more anatomically accurate design and flying a Black Lives Matter flag, perhaps holding it in his mouth.
I will.
This is the
we will
best
get to that.
I love it
best.
so much. I'm just so happy.
Oh, this is a supremely dodgy Stegosaurus.
You don't even have a ref.
Oh, I'm looking at the Gregory S. Paul skeletal, which is outdated, and so I'm trying to fill in the gaps with my memory of Scott Hartman's Stegosaurus skeletal that is actually good.
Fair enough.
I just remember it was a lot longer than we thought it was, and a lot less tall, I
Right.
think. Now we've got to figure out what manner of feathers we're going to apply to this boy, because it's got to be ridiculous.
Well, it's got to be
is-
enough feathers for it to glide.
Oh, okay. We doing the gliding Stegosaurus. Okay, I see where we're going with this. We've got ourselves some plates here. Obviously, these folded out sideways to create the gliding surface that the Stegosaurus used to glide around from the cliff tops. These plates should absolutely have massive feather extensions coming off of them, sticking straight out, so that each plate forms a wing all on its own.
Imagine it flying through the sky with its plates sort of waving like a Anomalocaris in the water.
Ooh, that is excellent. I love that. The silhouette of it quickly becomes completely indistinguishable.
Less Stegosaurus, more New Testament angel.
It doesn't have enough eyes for that.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so we have the functional feathers, but clearly what it also needs is some display feathers. So these plates here have got to be the focus of a giant feather crest for display. Clearly, we can't let this kind of succumb to the glued on raptor feathers thing. So we've got to make sure we floof out the body as well, because obviously, like no living animal has the sort of just tacked on feathers on a scaly body.
So it kind of looks like a relative of Bahatosaurus, right?
Yes.
Ooh, now see, okay, Bahatosaurus also would have been able to fly, but this time it used its neck as the gliding surface, and its body hung suspended underneath it. So it was just kind of dangling along as its neck carried it through the air. Okay, so we've got a tail tuft. How are we feeling about this? Is this
I'm horrified.
It's magnificent.
it's both
It must be bright
it's both
pink.
horrible and beautiful.
It looks like something someone would draw to make fun of me and my love of feathers. but obviously
It
I would
does.
never have this drawn.
Here comes the pink.
Oh my god.
Trying to figure out where to apply the yellow on this thing.
You know the rosy maple moth?
No, but
I think
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna send a picture of it in the Discord.
oh yes, that is beautiful.
So that's a fantastic color.
I had no idea that existed, and I'm so happy that now I do. Thank you, Henry.
You know, I was worried that maybe we'd have trouble filling some of this time, but
No.
we're really not.
Yeah.
Given that you've still got 3 more drawings in queue right now.
Right.
Yes.
Draw Maya Sora picking up their kids from karate practice. Spencer, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the content you have requested. That's fantastic.
What a good mother,
Right.
wizard.
Importantly, what level are these kids at? Are they
Ooh,
beginners, or did they just get their black belt?
Because I'm thinking that some of these Myosora would have trouble kind of getting to the higher levels of karate because they just they don't have the actual physical capability to do the things that you got to do.
And yes, Frog Wizard, this stream is going non-stop for 2 more days.
I have a bit of a confession to make that may induce rage. I had not heard of Pete McAvicky before y'all started talking about him in the Discord server. I did not know that he was a person who existed and did paleontology.
Well, hey, nobody knows everybody except
Yeah.
like a couple of people.
Except Ben
Like-
Chrysler.
Who is Ben Chrysler? How does he do it? How? Explain.
He's magic.
Damn it.
He must find a student, an apprentice.
There's got to be some sort of like prophesied successor,
Right.
something like that.
Look, I'll take the ring to Mordor. I just need training.
I don't know if erasing the underlying bodily structure has made this look better or worse.
I'm going to interview my fiance, the bystander.
Amazing.
Yep, he loved it.
Okay, so there's yellow on the back of the moth. Oh, this is eye burning. It looks like a thermal imaging like picture. What sort of body temperature profile this stegosaur's got going on for it to look like this, though, I have no idea.
Something which looks like a thermal image, but no, that's just what it looks like.
Something that's just entirely black and white.
Would it be black and white or would it be translucent?
No, I'm talking as in Nicolas Cage in Into the Spider-Verse black and white. Like the animal is grayscale and everything, like no matter how the light interacts with it, the animal is grayscale, and that's just how it is.
God, how good was that movie?
Oh, so good. I love it so much.
It's got everything. Really?
Everything except dinosaurs. But,
Yeah, I'm sure a
it's-
pigeon shows up at some point. It's almost impossible to not have a dinosaur in a movie. Like, how can you avoid birds in the background?
even if you don't see them, who's gonna just avoid putting in birdsong in the back?
Right.
You could avoid
Okay.
birds by making the movie underwater or in space.
Consider
Okay, correct.
penguins. I'll give you the space, but consider penguins.
Penguins can drown. They don't live in the Mariana Trench.
Fair enough. Well, fine.
As far as
can
you know.
almost-
As far as you know.
It is
Tess,
harder to
I've
avoid
been there.
dinosaurs in film
Just
than you would think.
no,
Oh,
there
please
actually
do.
was a thing about space penguins made by the same guys who did VeggieTales.
Oh,
found
my
It was the penguins. Oh man, that unlocked a childhood memory.
I posted
Adventures
on
in
my Tumblr.
Dinosaur City.
I hate you.
That was a time. Okay, we have our eye torture stegosaur. It's
I love it.
magnificent.
Perfect.
Time to turn it into a plushie.
Yes.
I will hug it forever.
At paleo plushies and or
I may have to draw an actually more detailed version of this later. I love it so much.
I'd say make sure you save that.
at save.
Yes, it'll.
I think
Oh, yes,
he's gonna save everything.
That is my worst art habit. I forget to save. I will save now. What was that? What was the next art prompt that we had?
The one that is better than what you've done. So
Wait,
now
no,
it
we
has a
also
lot
had
to
one.
live up
No,
to.
Wait, no.
it's
Is
the
it-
Yichi with a ACAB.
Oh, right. Right.
Oh yeah, YouTube with an ACAB banner. Excellent.
Prehysteria is so good.
Which one was
Why?
that? Was I there?
Little dinosaurs. The eggs that hatch, and they have to rescue them. And we're gonna watch Prehysteria too.
With the little guys.
I don't think I remember that one.
Are we ever gonna watch the really terrible movie about Malika Memende?
Baby Secret of the Lost Legend. If I could get my hands on it, probably not. I've watched it before on a cruddy VHS copy. And let me tell you, it is racist.
It's very racist. I remember watching it as a kid, and I was like 4, and I thought, this is racist. I was 4.
I just watched it like a couple months ago with my dad, and we were like, wow, this is shit.
I mean, for context, my parents are some of the few white people who supported the Black Panthers. So, like, I you know, this isn't news.
I'm so confused by its skull. It doesn't help that I'm gonna mirror the canvas because I'm drawing this from a skeletal that's facing the other direction, and I'm trying to mentally flip it in my head, and it's not working.
I'm really proud with how the sketch that I just did turned out.
Send in Discord.
No, I'll send it when
Oh.
it's done. Be patient, little boy.
This is huge Willy Wonka vibes right there.
It's got a weird downturned lower jaw thingo.
On an aesthetic level, I personally love the downturned lower jaw. Just
Oh,
Yeah.
it's incredible. It's like one of my favorite dinosaur things. It's absolute hell to draw, though.
Yeah, it is difficult to figure out how that would have looked realistically. Trying to figure out how it would have looked like in life.
The thing about Ichi is that it just has so many things going on, it's hard to contemplate it. Like, the brain just does not want to reckon with Ichi.
The wings get the most attention, but just everything about it is
Right.
bizarre.
Like,
Etherd,
what?
you are gonna love Targaryen, Draco.
Okay, am I going to attempt to do foreshortening here? Yes. Is it going to work? No, but I'm going to do it anyway.
This is why I do everything in quasi-lateral view.
What do we think about the wrist spur thing these days? What is it? What do we do with it? Does it stick like this way or this way or this way? I'm just gonna draw.
I
it
do
now.
like to think about wiggling wrist rods.
How's it gonna hold the sign? A sign going around its neck. I've solved it. Wait, no, a sign in its mouth. No more open mouth. Mouth holds sign now.
Dinosaurs exclamation mark. Which one? Okay, so we have dinosaur exclamation mark. Then we have dinosaur exclamation mark. Then we have the dinosaurs exclamation mark. And then we have dinosaurs exclamation mark, a fun-filled trip back in time.
And don't forget, we're back, a dinosaur tale.
Okay, I figured out what Ichi's little wrist rod was up to.
Was it a
Ooh.
cane with a poisoned sword in it?
The mystery is solved.
Dinosaurs say all cops are bastards, and Black Lives Matter.
This is what it was used for.
Oh, incredible.
Okay, we have the Land Before Time, and then we have the
Ashley,
Land
do you
Before
mind if I
Time.
copy this into the document so everyone on the
Oh,
stream
that
can
is
see it?
perfect.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Ashley wins.
Oh my god.
And also, while we're at it, dinosaurs say trans rights.
Absolutely. Here is one now. Okay.
Why are the
we'll
legs so long?
I don't know. That's what it has in the skeletal that I've got.
Our theme
But-
is just long boy.
It's Greg Paul. It's his skeletal, and he has classified Ichi as an adult form of Scansoriopteryx,
Of course, he did.
which I don't know enough about it to dispute it, but I'm guessing it's probably wrong. But is time to floof up this sad naked boy.
Yes, he is far too naked. He needs to be floosened. Leg.
Leg. Here's our boy. Okay. There's our ACAB boy.
I loved him so much.
All
He
right,
is
I gotta
perfect.
give him a little. I like feathery dinosaurs with like the crazy looking bird eyes.
Yes.
I did that too with my.
Oh my god.
I do like that look as well as.
There are so many birds that just look like that, and it's so incredible. And more dinosaurs need that sort of a presence to them.
Can I just say how blessed we are that birds were like, we're going to keep tiny heads, but make giant brains inside of those tiny heads, to the point of losing their a lot of the muscles involved in moving eyes. So that is why birds have to bob their heads and move them like that, because it's the only way to turn their eyeballs.
Honestly, birds are the masters of absolutely ridiculous evolutionary adaptations.
You don't
Right.
mind if I twist my neck 360 degrees?
You'll mind if I like snip out bits of my DNA to make me more lightweight?
Right. Do y'all mind if I take these devices I evolved for warmth, turn them into pretty things for sex, and then turn them into flying devices?
And then
And then
use
turn
for
them
all
back
three at the
into
same time.
And then turn them back into scales.
Or turn them into flippers? Because why the fuck not? Fucking
Hey,
hell,
Hey,
penguin.
realize, you know how I developed this extensive system of air sacs that hollowed out my bones? Okay, what if I reverse that? Like, keep the air sacs, but reverse the hollowing. I am a
Oh,
little...
by the way, I use my bones to breathe. No big deal.
Birds have like a checklist of things to do with their hands that they're very quickly running out of options for. Yeah. All right. I reckon should we call this one?
I'm gonna this. It's giving me chicken vibes, like legitimate chicken vibes.
The
a little
plot
bit.
thickens with new chickens.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
So-
I forgot I had the canvas mirrored, so I wrote ACAB backwards. It now the sign's just in Yoda speak. All right, hit me with the next prompt. What have we got? Is this trigger the Protoceratops?
Is it trigger time?
Yes, it is.
Yay!
So it has to be
The image is in the
more
Discord.
accurate than that.
More accurate than this. This is not bad. Magnificent. Okay, so all right, trigger. Let's see.
Yeah, this
What-
isn't
what did-
actually that bad, accurate wise.
It's a good Protoceratops. Like there are a couple of nitpicks that I have with it, but like
Only
for
a
the most
few.
part, it's
It
good.
doesn't have like elephant feet.
Yeah.
Like, just fill in that sunken hole on its face, and I wouldn't complain at all.
I think I might actually
It's got that
do a
weird-
little.
they've got that weird tail shape that it had.
But then again, that's just what Protoceratops' tail looks like.
Yeah. My
but
only
not everyone gets
particular, my only particular criticism, I think, would be that the arms, the top of the arms is quite thick. So like a thinner, like something more like this would probably be more likely with the muscles. But yeah, other than that, and other than like, you know, filling in the sort of the fenestra, that's a solid Protoceratops.
Make sure to keep his peg leg.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't see his peg leg. Oh, I love him so much.
How have we been blessed so much this day with the Nazi fighting Protoceratops trigger?
And remember, he's supposed to be flying a Black Lives Matter flag.
Right.
Oh, he is, yes.
All they
Okay.
said was, please draw him with a more anatomically accurate design and flying a Black Lives Matter flag, perhaps holding it in his mouth.
In mouth. Yes, okay.
That also works.
Alright, we'll start with torso, hip, rib cage, shoulders, all that good stuff. I think I'll make him sitting down. That'll be fun. He's just chilling, having a seat. Needs to take a rest because of his peg leg. Oh, Protoceratops is so, it's weird. Like I get this sense, like I don't enjoy looking at it. Like it's not bad. It's just looking at Protoceratops doesn't like make me happy. But of course, if it's Trigger, like obviously he is the exception. The only Protoceratops that makes me feel joy.
Someone alert Marie Kondo.
Yeah, Marie, can you just like throw out all Protoceratops except for Trigger? He can stay. The model is missing the two little fingers without claws on them that it has kind of off to the side of its wrist. Oh no, now I have to draw the head. I hate ceratopsian heads. I haven't left myself enough room for this. I'm going to draw the head separately and then put it on the body.
Ceratopsid head transplants. Wait, is this why their postcrania are so similar?
They just switched them out.
Yes, I'm tired of this head. Give me the slightly different one.
Yeah, I want one with Give me more of a nose horn this time. It's like nose horns are so like last million years.
Nah.
Let's go with double head horns this time. Oh yeah, sure. It's what's in at the moment.
You notice how Mike's nose horn is pointing backwards? Okay, well, what if mine pointed forwards?
Daring fashion choices.
The fashion industry killed the dinosaurs.
Now that's a new one.
So that's what happened. They couldn't keep up with the trends.
No,
And
see, I
that's
think
why birds, who are arguably some of the fanciest dinosaurs, survived.
And see, then we'll see what I reckon happened is that they got too indecisive about what heads they wanted to use, and so they just ended up like taking off their head, and then they spent so long trying to figure out what new head to put on there that they ended up dying for lack of a head.
Ah! Oh god, no!
Whoops, I left my head off too long. That's
I hate it when that happens.
I'm late. Runs out the door. Oh, forgot my head. Okay, I'm not hating this. That's a rare occurrence for me drawing ceratopsians.
I'm hating what I'm drawing.
Henry, I think we're going to get away with not doing anything tonight because the art requests keep pouring in.
Yay!
The night is young.
It's 2:30 p.m. here.
Also, we have Aubrey Roberts in 2 hours.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
It's
someone keep
it's
track
it's
of
not
that,
it's
please.
not extravaganza immediately after this.
No, it's an hour of Aubrey Roberts, and then extravaganza, and then a half hour of Rob Theodore, and then extravaganza. And then Charles.
Okay,
Theodore.
it's floof time.
Yeah, I could maybe sleep.
Here comes the floof.
Floof.
I would usually put floof on his back, but he has a gun there instead. That is another weakness of mine is machinery of any kind. So this will not be especially good.
My favorite piece of paleo art will always be a sketch by Henry Sy that he did of a dream I had one night that
my
consisted of a tyrannosaur and an ankylosaur dressed up in Victorian garb on a zeppelin, arguing about whether Kit Kats or Reese's peanut butter cups were the superior candy.
No, that.
Oh my god.
Now you just saw a vision of what happens if you put Victoria Arbor and Thomas Holtz in the same room.
Actually, interestingly, in terms of anatomical accuracy, this gun, as I've just found trying to draw it, would not actually be able to rest horizontally if it's on Trigger's back, because his frill would get in the way. So unless you mount the gun higher, Trigger is not gun compatible. Unless, of course, he has like a hole in his frill that he can fit the... I forgot the peg leg! Oh no!
No! Leg leg!
What is this? Is that like a... Is that like a spring in there? No.
It kind of looks like what I can't remember the kid's name from How to Train Your Dragon, but it kind of looks like his leg.
Hiccup?
Yeah.
So he's got like this.
Now that's another
And
set
then
of
he's-
movies we could cast.
Oh, How to Train Your Dragon is so good.
We
Yeah,
also
he's-
should cast that fake dragon documentary.
Oh yes, I
Yes.
watched that ages ago, and I don't remember much of it.
We'll do back to back. Future is Wild, Dragons of Fantasy Made Real, Alien Planet.
Oh my god, that would take so long. By the way, apparently our stream made Jim Kirkland decide he needs to get a camera so that he can do this sometime.
Excellent.
Right, I've posted my version of Trigger in the Discord.
Oh, he's magnificent.
Perfect.
Have you put that in the
I'm doing it
stream
now.
chat as well? Oh, that's beautiful. He is majestic.
Okay, he needs it. He needs a Saturday morning cartoon.
Both of them together.
Yes.
We have Man Trigger and his sidekick, actual Protoceratops Trigger.
As for ceratopsians having feathers, we know that Psittacosaurus had quills. We also know that ceratopsids... Well, we do have skin from ceratopsids, and it all shows scales. Everything in between, we have no idea. But given that Psittacosaurus was mostly scaly with just quills on the tail, that implies that overall ceratopsians were probably on the scaly side.
So this is very out there and unlikely, this level of feathering. But it's fun. The flag is worn and beaten from the many hard years of battle that Trigger has seen. Yet he still continues to hold it. The flag continues to fly. Oh no, it involves drawing a hand. Why did we end up with a drawing that involves both drawing a hand and a ceratopsian head in the same thing?
You could just take the logo and fit it onto the flag.
You can also just write Black Lives Matter. No one will complain.
Oh, I could do that. I will do that. I will do anything to get out of drawing hands.
So I guess Monos the Hands of Fate must be an actually scary movie to you.
Well, as long as I don't have to draw them.
It will forever be my favorite piece.
Everything about him is perfect.
Yeah, just doing a quick line work pass to get all that. I don't know. Make sure he looks half decent. Trigger is just a vessel of pure creative power. He
Absolute mad lad.
has so much going on, and he is beautiful. He looks a little stunned.
I mean, he just came out of a giant battle. He is a little stunned. He needs a minute to reflect and to compose himself.
I am not writing all of this text again, so I am just putting it on the line work layer. There we go.
Don't forget to save.
Thanks, Ashley. I did forget to save.
I am not Ashley.
No, you're not Ashley. Why did I think you were Ashley? I don't know.
I'd say you're sleep deprived, but it's like the middle of the day there. Really, the sleep deprivation goes to Meg.
It is. I'm bad at voices. Okay. Presenting Trigger.
Best boy.
He is beautiful.
He's
Best
incredible.
boy.
Has there ever been a fictional character so iconic?
No,
Never.
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 Okay. What's our next one?
Our next one is oh, where did it go? Alright. Our next one is Zygomaturus.
Ooh. Another mammal.
More mammals for you.
Ugly
It's the
wombat.
really weird nose boy.
Excellent.
Ah yes, mammalian Monoburosaurus.
Oh, that's perfect. I never thought of it like that, but yeah, that makes sense. Not surprising that nobody has done a skeletal of this, but we have a shoddy looking museum mount and wildly inconsistent paleo art. So this is standing us in real good stead.
I remember once hearing at a conference that they found like one of those giant kangaroos, not Procoptodon, but something a little smaller than that. It also had a joey preserved in situ in the pouch.
Oh yes, I've seen that specimen. It's or at least a specimen of a joey in a pouch. It's at Flinders.
Nice.
It's really cool.
Nice. When it was brought up, it was mentioned that nobody had actually gotten around to describing this yet because, until recently, paleomammalogists' teeth. You know?
It had a downward sloping body, from what I recall.
Rotund.
Oh, he is absolutely rotund. I apologize to whoever requested this, because it's probably not going to be good.
It is very important for me to let you all know that Ellie is currently very flat against my knee and snuggling.
Oh.
Aww.
I should do a skeletal of some Australian mammals.
Oh, please do.
When I start doing mammal
feel like
skeletals.
I feel like that is a sorely lacking area.
Well, I think I've found that Australian ones always have the worst skeletals. You can sometimes find some pretty good ones of non-Australian mammals. But all the Australian ones are pretty rough.
Like, I'm surprised because, like, a surprising amount of Cenozoic mammals are known from actually good remains. Like, full skeletons and such, and yet the reference material are all museum mounts. And no telling how good or bad those are.
Yeah. And same thing with, like, Triassic reptiles and synapsids and stuff. It's either museum mounts or it's David Peters. Does David Peters, like, do much pterosaur stuff anymore? Like, I haven't heard anything about pterosaur things from him in a long time.
No, he mostly does mammals now, apparently.
No, he's
Everything is a.
yeah, he's kept doing mammals. He's also moved on to fish.
Oh yeah. He's really good at that.
Was that changing tactics?
Ooh, I'm just looking at Scott Hartman's website, and he's done an Ichthyosaurus skeletal.
Ooh.
Oh, he has. I think I remember that.
Ah, of course. Of course that's what David thinks Oculodentavis fucking is.
Oh, what does he think it is?
What does he think it is?
A tenrec?
No, he thinks it's on the Longisquama Cososaurus pterosaur line.
What?
Was there any chance of him thinking anything else?
No.
At least bandits are gone.
What on earth is the posture of this thing? I'm so confused by like what is going on. I mean, okay.
Oh, this is like the mammalian version of a rain frog.
What the heck even is this? What the hell?
No. I mean, like, I will be the first to admit that I don't particularly know what I'm doing with drawing this. So, this poor creature, what is it? Who knows? Why is it like this?
Yeah, it's just
also,
like
who knows?
It's just like the mammal version of one of these.
I just have so many questions.
Wombats are the best. They're one of the
Wombats
few
are.
mammals for whom the word wombly accurately applies. Echidnas are also wombly.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I'd say echidnas are probably more wombly than wombats.
Yeah, that's true.
Then again, I have seen an echidna in person, and I have not seen a wombat, like, in the wild. So, echidnas are just the best. I love them so much.
Beaked whales!
Cetaceans are valid in general.
Except for beaked whales.
Some people restore Zygomaturus with, like,
Strap-toothed whales.
hippo skin.
Strap-toothed
like-
whales are the Babirusa of cetaceans.
Oh, Babiruses are horrible. I will say that.
Am I wrong?
No, I think that pretty much makes. I see your point there, but on the other hand, they are whales, which are wonderful.
Whales are perfect. I refuse to hear this slander.
Should I call it here for the Zygomaturus? Am I going to make it any better? I don't think I'm going to improve it by doing anything more to it.
You could get rid of the rib lines.
Give it a Winnie the Pooh
yeah.
shirt.
Why a
Didn't
Winnie
really
the
do
Pooh
much with
shirt?
its feet.
Because this looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie
Fair
the Pooh, the Zygomaturus.
Yes.
Huh. Okay. Getting rid of the skeleton actually did make it look a bit more like an actual animal.
Right.
Funny that.
A miracle. We also got to make sure to hype up the stream so that, non-Americans log on when we get Aubrey and Rob later.
Ah, yes.
We're going all night.
Oh, yeah. No worry.
Woo!
I have a stash of Coke and candy right here.
Maybe we should be playing music softly in the background. Don't. Oh, the guitar's going to come out. I made a mistake.
And yes, Coke as in soda.
Okay. What's our next art?
Next is the
request?
Maiasaura with the Karate Kid.
Karate Maiasaura. Greg Paul suggests that Maiasaura may actually be a species of Brachylophosaurus.
No, I need that name to stay. It's been my favorite dinosaur.
Of course you do, Greg. Of course you do, Greg.
Why is
Of course you
Greg
do,
Paul like
Greg.
this? Oh, Minerva's doing her I'm protecting the eggs play. Cockatiels, when they're sitting on eggs, will just kind of sway slowly back and forth from one foot to the next. It's very amusing.
Okay, but picture Oviraptors doing that.
I mean, yeah, that's also very amusing. Taz, are you familiar with the cockatiel egg protection play?
I am not.
Uh-huh. Okay. Because I was seriously considering donating money for you to draw that with an Oviraptor. Every Theropod is Megalosaurus, every Ornithocean is Iguanodon, and every Sauropodomorph is Stegosaurus. I hate everything about this. But the thing I hate most about it is that if dinosaurs were classified by entomologists, that's probably what they would do.
One project that I have been wanting to do and then never got around to it was see how far lumping could go without having two species with the same name. I think I remember I tried doing that once, and every Tyrannosaurid was one genus, almost every Carnosaur, I think. But you need to look at it again.
Oh, well, are you familiar with Greg Paul's Tyrannosaurus taxonomy in this book?
Yes, I am.
Oh, God.
I am not sure what to think of it, other than bad.
Tyrannosaurus rex split up into 3 species. Then there's Tarbosaurus is T-Rex, Teratophonius is T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus. Teratophonius is Tyrannosaurus, Nanuqsaurus is Tyrannosaurus, Bistohea is maybe Tyrannosaurus, and Lithranax is maybe Tyrannosaurus. Baby Maiasaura doing a big old kick. Let's see.
Leg. Stick my leggy out.
I rewatched the Eyewitness Dinosaur stream a while ago with that horrific Tyrannosaurus ankle.
Oh my god.
And there were so many stick my leggy out references.
Of course. Because we're not very original.
Did we decide what belt color these guys were at? What level of proficiency?
We did not decide. I vote green belt.
They're kids. Maybe they're like, accomplished karate kids.
They're working on it.
No, it's just reminded me of if this animal wore pants, would it wear like this or like this? Well, see, yeah, there's in all the documentaries and everything, the Maiasaura babies are always the defenseless little, they're getting eaten by theropods left, right, and center, and they got to be able to fight back. Okay, in the event of not being able to do all of the requests before time is up,
you do have more art shenanigans later on in the stream.
We do.
Right.
That's true. Oh, there's the baby.
Already my heart is stolen.
I love him. I love him. He's a good baby. I give hug.
Oh, have you seen that? It's like a YouTube video of a guy who sculpted a life-size baby Maiasaura.
Oh man.
And it is absolutely beautiful.
That is fantastic. Why are Maiasaura such baby?
Because they literally are. That's what this is, Meg.
Oh, true.
Okay, one of them is kicking. Another one, we're gonna have like 2 of them. One is kicking, one is punching.
Excellent. Where's the mom gonna be?
I don't know. I forgot to consider that part of the drawing.
You can just have her head poking in from the top or something.
That's what I was thinking. Yes, a key to the minivan in her mouth. Perfect.
Yes.
That kind of looks like he's swimming.
Would dinosaur karate involve the tail?
Oh, it absolutely should.
It should, yeah.
Then again, Maiasaura did not have very flexible tails.
It could give them a good whack, though.
I don't know how many of us in this particular channel right now are bird watchers, but I know that Paleo itself has a lot of bird watchers.
Yeah.
Mostly because birds are dinosaurs. And also you need to have something to look at when you're out, in the field in the evening. outside of cell range and no power?
In general, paleo people like bird watching, even if they're not very serious about it.
Like I wouldn't consider myself a bird watcher, but I certainly enjoy doing it.
Exactly.
I don't consider myself a bird watcher, but I do like watching birds. They're really
Exactly.
neat.
What did we do to deserve birds, man?
I want a baby cassowary.
Oh
You
my
do not.
God.
They're so adorable.
Yeah, baby emus are fine.
Because they're
But emus are considerably less evil,
exactly.
and that kind of defeats the purpose. And yet they still managed to beat Australia in a war.
Look.
They're so
Look. Okay.
poofy. They're so poofy and cute. Even when they're adults, they're just big and poofy and cute.
The thing is that they're all legs, so when you try and run them over with a car, they just get like bowled over and fly everywhere, and then they get up.
They beat your army.
Yes, they did. Honestly, like, good for them.
There's an ostrich and emu farm somewhere up in like Santa Clarita or something like that. The emus, you can go out and feed them. Both the emus and the ostriches. The emus are really friendly and like wait their turns and then just kind of like poke you inquisitively. The ostriches are demon birds.
Adam said emus have the power of having one entire brain cell dedicated to shenanigans. Ostriches don't even have that. They have no brain cells. I once saw an ostrich biting at nothing. It's just randomly
Oh my
biting the
God.
air.
Oh my God.
I went to like a farm place in Melbourne one time, and there was some sort of a come and see the farm and pat the animals and that sort of thing. And they had ostriches, and there was a guy who went up there like just a visitor, and they gave out bags of feed and stuff. So a guy took his bag of feed to the ostriches, put some feed into his hand, held out his hand towards the ostrich, and the ostrich just went straight for him and took his entire hand into its mouth.
Oh my
and
God.
just its beak just went around his whole hand, and he did not seem to enjoy that. Freaked out a little.
I feel like I should also mention that the ostrich that was biting randomly at the air had food put out for it.
Oh my God.
And the food was sitting there, and meanwhile, as the ostrich was biting at nothing, two pigeons were fighting over the food.
I kind of don't really know how big adult Myosaura actually are in regards to their babies. I'm guessing it's large, so I'm gonna make them large. Is there something especially distinguishing about minivan car keys, or is this just we know that there's a minivan, and those are the keys for it?
So Taz, Jurassic World gave us a pretty generic hybrid. What dinos would you fuse to build a better Indoraptor?
Oh God.
Oh, oh, definitely a Megaraptor, and yeah, some sort of Australovenator, horrifying claws. I think what I would want to go for, I reckon, is something that looks a bit more like a more basal theropod. Like if we get some like early Tetanurans in there, maybe some Cryolophosaurus and go back even further. Something a bit more like that's unconventional by the standards of the kinds of dinosaurs they usually use in these sorts of things. On the other hand, I kind of love the idea of them mashing together a whole bunch of dinosaurs to make an Indoraptor, and then it turns out that like they used genes from like a Therizinosaurus, which they thought would give it huge claws, and now it's just a herbivore. They were like, oh, let's mash together these things, and then it's ended up actually being kind of fairly chill and not particularly interested in all out.
Oh, I don't know. I
murder and
feel
destruction.
that it would probably still have a nasty little temper.
Yeah, but not in the way that they want it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be like an arc Therizinosaur.
I've forgotten what they look like, and I don't
They're-
particularly want to find out.
They're very fluffy and they have the claws, but they also have really bad tempers, and they will come after you. And they're, yeah, it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not a Therizinosaurus then.
It's like take the Therizinosaur claws and then give it a cassowary temper.
Sure.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be
Dilophosaurus would be a good one to throw into a better Indoraptor.
real Dilophosaurus.
Yeah,
yes.
real Dilophosaurus
Yeah.
is like
Although, what would be kind of sick is if they had some sort of like combination crest. If we got some sort of like Ceratosaur crest, and then also Dilophosaurus, and then also Cryolophosaurus or something, somehow mash them all together, or just something with something. Oh, give it feathers, something with proper feathers. It's like, and then you can put bird feathers on a Dilophosaurus or something.
Yes, good. I once saw someone do like a pattern that was mimicking the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus, but instead of a frill, it was a bunch of feathers.
Oh yes, that's a bit of a classic redesign type thing.
Yeah.
I personally like that look.
Yeah.
It's not especially plausible,
No.
but it's fun.
If your Dilophosaurus is gonna be venomous, then might as well.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going a little nuts on the skin texture here because I love really lumpy dinosaurs.
Personally, I would rather have no hybrid at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I personally don't really mind at least the Indominus as much as some people do. Like, I think it's a decent design, honestly. But, you know, still could have been better, of course. But
Right.
I don't hate it. It's a very kind of like sick looking animal, and it looks very like uncomfortable and wrong, but in like a way that like it's supposed to,
Right.
rather than looking uncomfortable and wrong, a la Fallen Kingdom Baryonyx.
If they went further down that route, then that point would stand. But as it is, it just fits in enough with the Jurassic World aesthetic that it's a little more difficult.
Like if they'd made it really diseased looking or something.
Like if they made really diseased looking, if they went past crocodile teeth and went Shin Godzilla teeth.
Such a good mother.
She's a little
Such good
too large
babies.
to actually fit all in frame. And then car keys. I'm going to move this baby out of the way a little. Composition.
Little baby keys. The keys are
Don't think about how a mother
And
Myosaur
Henry, what have you
would
done?
operate these keys.
Why are the Myosauras so pure? Like, look at them.
Because baby.
True, and
There you
keys.
go.
I don't know why
Ooh.
the aesthetic of
Can
the
we-
tiny keys.
Now, what's the difference between extravaganza and art shenanigans? Extravaganza does not have art.
Extravaganza is me and Henry making absolute fools of ourselves by playing old video games and talking about pet care in an attempt to get people to donate. Art Shenanigans actually gets people to donate.
As we all get more and more stir crazy from the lack of sleep.
Yep.
Oh, we're already
Art
stir crazy
shenanigans.
from lack of going outside.
Yeah.
I
Art
mean,
Shenanigans actually gets people to donate because people are drawing for donations.
Extravaganza has more video games and more random stuff, and is also a placeholder because there are a couple of people we are still waiting on to see if they want to join. And
Right.
we've gotten a couple of earlier this evening. We actually got a couple people coming back to us that we've stuck in the schedule. So I think that actually needs to be updated.
Plus,
Should
you
we,
know, we can't fill in all 24 hours of content, or 50-something hours of content. So there's going to be some lulls, but hopefully we can get some people to donate.
I'm gonna say I would like to accessorize the Myosaur mum. with some. How can
Don't
we
make
how
her
can
a
we make-
Karen. Don't make her a Karen. This is a Black Lives Matter stream, and she
True.
needs to be accessorized, but not in a white person way.
I think the keys are accessory enough.
That's true.
Hmm.
Yeah, the keys are good.
You could put a flower on her face.
Oh, that would be fun. Magnolia flower.
Yeah.
I'll just put it here, maybe. I'm not an expert at drawing flowers, so
We've been asked which dinosaur is the most bogan. I don't know what bogan means.
oh, bogan. Bogan is like the Australian version of the redneck stereotype. It's like oh, how you doing, mate? I got out of my trailer this morning on the homestead and ran straight into a wombat, and then
Sure.
I've run out of things to say for the impression, but
Are you
It's-
okay? Are you going?
Stokesaurus.
ooh,
I could see
interesting.
that, yeah.
Why do you say that?
But it's not an Australian dinosaur.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be an Australian dinosaur. It just has to fit the stereotype.
Fair enough.
I could see it.
I don't really have a reason. It just came to me.
Proceratosaurus had a Cockney accent, changed my mind.
I can't.
Ooh, I do like that.
Hello, governor.
Those babies are so precious.
I do love them. I should draw more baby dinosaurs. They
Agreed.
deserve it. Should we move
You
on to the next?
should tweet that to
prompt?
Horner. He'd probably appreciate it.
Yes. Right, we have a...
And don't forget to save it.
Yes, save. We
Thank
have
you.
about an hour left. We have about an hour left.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say the next one. So let's go for the next one. Spinosaurus in Crystal Palace style.
Ooh.
Oh, I was wondering how long it would take to get to Spinosaurus, and I love that. I genuinely love that suggestion. That is amazing. All right, so, Crystal Palace dinosaur.
This is gonna be
or
difficult.
fashion it after the Crystal Palace, like aquatic animals, maybe,
Ooh.
like the ones that are half in the lake.
No, honestly, if Benjamin Waterhouse Hawkins knew about Spinosaurus, he would build it half in the lake.
Well, that means, okay, I'm gonna think if we've got the water level, and then kind of the land. I reckon first of all, it's got to be real snaky. Like with how snaky his like ichthyosaurs and things were, I'm gonna say he's given it like a big ol' S-curve neck.
Andrea Cal would agree with you on that front.
And some sort of a body like this, and then the tail then arches out of the water further behind. Sprawly legs, I reckon.
It's gonna be so wild.
I'm really like thank you to whoever came up with this suggestion. I
Right.
genuinely love it. I want to keep the legs. Maybe if the leg is sort of off to the side in the water there.
Nice.
And Now, how to deal with the sail?
I have no idea.
I wonder if it would be like the traditional round sail.
Possibly. Although I'm guessing this is like the modern interpretation of Spinosaurus in the Crystal Palace style. So maybe like more of a.
Wait, the Crystal Palace Hylaeosaurus has a row of spikes down the back.
Oh, it does. They might not interpret it as being a sail. It might be like, oh, look at these crazy spikes.
Oh my god.
Check out His Majesty.
Okay, the head. I'm guessing the head is probably going to be fairly like long, but kind of amorphous.
Yeah.
And then
Like the Mosasaur, the Megalosaurus, they each have kind of lizardy faces.
Yeah. So maybe a really long lizardy face.
Actually, what's the Crystal Palace Ichthyosaur?
It actually the Ichthyosaur
Kind of a
gives
face
me
is that
dolphin vibes.
It really does. I mean, in terms of what they knew of at the time, then the Ichthyosaur head would probably be the closest to what they've got for the.
Wait,
I mean, honestly,
crocodilians.
like that's. Oh, did they have crocodiles in the Crystal Palace?
They have Teleosaurus, which basically just looks like a gharial.
Now would they? Because see, they've given the Ichthyosaurus lips, but not the Spinosaurus.
So what would they look at the Spinosaurus skull and what would they think? I feel like they would do lips for Spinosaurus.
I mean, I guess it's more just like, is it crocodile-ish enough that they would look at it and think, crocodile?
I don't know. It depends on what material they would have found.
I'm looking
basically
at the skull... Oh no.
Basically, what I'm thinking is like assuming that they were basing this off of the material that we have now.
Right.
I mean, honestly, if they look at this, I'm looking at the Spinosaurus skull and I'm thinking, you know what? They would think of like an alligator gar or some shit.
Right.
I'm gonna get the mouth going way back.
Yeah. Fish head McSpoon.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm getting Crystal Palace vibes from this. It's good.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, they have another arm on the other side going forwards, I think. Because he's like waddling and crawling up the beach. It's gonna have some like bumpy scales on the back of the head. I wonder if, like, I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking, like, I wonder if, like, Spinosaurus would have been classed with as Dinosauria if it had been found back then.
I have honest to God no idea.
Because, like, Cetiosaurus was, like, they didn't consider Cetiosaurus to be a dinosaur for ages.
There's an Ornithosaurus joke in there.
The good old sand.
I feel like the Crystal Palace guys would look at the Spinosaurus material and think, that's a weird croc.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And to be fair, they're not
it's definitely
entirely
a reptile.
wrong.
But where it fits on the reptile family tree, we have no idea. Therefore,
it is a crocodile.
one of the most unusual crocodiles of the prehistoric age. We believe it to be closely related to Metriorhynchus. Perhaps crocodiles evolved from early dinosaurs, similar to Megalosaurus.
I'm crying.
Spinosaurus link between
Oh no.
Megalosaurus and crocodiles.
Oh no.
Oh man, I like this way too much. Once this is over, I think I'm actually going to like turn this into a finished piece because like this is just too much fun.
Yes.
Mhm.
Do it.
I think I'm gonna do more with to give him some spikes or something. Honestly, I would love to have some like insights on like the thought processes that they were going through when they were designing the things for like Iguanodon and Megalosaurus.
Agreed.
Because
Well,
like
could try
having
finding-
to interpret like that little amount of information into an actual animal would be really hard.
So a while ago, I bought a bunch of safari toys, and they're finally almost here. They probably will get here tomorrow. Should I do an unboxing for the stream?
Yes, you should.
Sure.
All right.
That's
Gotta
the
keep
type
that
of
in
thing that
mind.
would keep content varied.
Yes, that's it. Like, oh wait, those are coming tomorrow? Sweet. I bought too many toys. I'm a little ashamed of myself. And to be fair, Safari is a small independent company that almost went broke because of COVID, so
Oh, did they?
yeah.
Oh
They're
man,
like,
I gotta buy some
"Hey."
Safari stuff.
Yeah, they're like, hey, if you want to buy some of our toys, that'd be great. I'm like, oh geez, okay.
This is definitely like a service to the company, and not just because I also need an excuse to buy more dinosaur toys.
We're the only people who make
might have
good,
to
accurate
notice.
ones for cheap. Well, the chat seems to want my unboxing video of my Shane purchase. I'd like to state on record that the amount that I have spent on those toys, I have spent at least 3 times as much on BLM-related charities in the past month. Thank you and good night. I hate having disposable income. I clearly do not manage it well. Doo-doo-doo. Richard Owen has come to make an announcement. Charles Darwin is a bitch-ass motherfucker. I'm amused that we let that through. Moderation style.
Yes, given that we had to approve Nike.
I mean, we'll go back and tighten up the moderation once in another like 40 minutes for the actual talks.
Yeah. So if any of you guys have $5, you have it thrown towards something. Save it for question time.
Yes.
Well, there is His Majesty.
I love him.
Wonderful.
I need that ping because Max will love that.
Sir Richard Owen approves.
Thank you.
And don't forget to save.
Right.
Yes,
Save!
saved.
Save!
All right.
All right,
Up
we've
next.
got another 40 minutes left.
You're fine, Adam.
Up next. Trans flag Guanlong.
Yes!
Oh, as in holding one or in the colors?
I mean,
Follow your dreams.
you could do whatever you want.
Right.
If I were you, I would put it on the crest, but
Oh, definitely.
both, yes, both.
That's chat's response.
Yes.
Excellent. Both. Both is good.
Both is good. Henry, is that what I think it is?
Meg, did you see the on Tumblr the person who did the mushroom dinosaur art?
So what? No. Clearly I haven't.
Yeah, there's somebody on Tumblr, I'm trying to remember what his username is, who drew like a whole series of dinosaurs fused with mushrooms. It's
Oh, that sounds
amazing.
incredible.
Super Mario Brothers.
That is
No, it's like a lot better.
Oh
than
no.
that. And because it's not really cartoony mushrooms. It's like just the whole range of fungi.
feel free to send me a link. I'm game. I would love to check that out.
Just have to remember how Tumblr works at this point. Doesn't work because Tumblr died when they got rid of all the adult content.
How does Tumblr
Right.
work? It doesn't.
It doesn't, and yet we're still on it. Because of course. One.
I think I'm just going to stick to a head for this one, and then we can get a nice close up.
Oh my god. These are amazing. I have questions as to why, but it's amazing.
Mayshroom, I guess. I don't know, something like
Okay.
that. But yeah, they are pretty awesome.
So I'm not into Pokemon, so someone else is gonna have to take that question.
Is Max still awake?
He went to bed hours ago.
Ooh, Pokemon? Where?
Yeah. Question and donation tracking.
Ooh, favorite paleo
Favorite paleo-themed Pokemon. So, I think that game-wise, my favorite Pokemon is Aurorus, which is from the Tier 6 X and Y, and is based off of a Margosaurus. So it's a sauropod. The problem, of course, being it's an ice rock type, which makes it really vulnerable to fighting. But it's just so cute, and I love it. Design wise, and the fact that like they actually put it in, what is it? Maybe like Anorith, I think.
Oh yeah,
is the one
absolutely.
based off of Anomalocaris.
I have never pokeyed a Mon, but
Anorith.
Anorith absolutely is
Anorith
amazing,
is just baby.
beautiful.
And then of course there is Lord Helix. So
Naturally.
for something, what would I like to see designed after an ancient animal? I don't think they've done an Ankylosaur yet. So, and those are kind of my favorites. So I'd really like to see them do an Ankylosaur. Maybe do they have a Glyptodon? I haven't.
Ooh,
I don't
that'd be
have.
cool.
I don't have everything from the, especially from Sun and Moon, memorized. I can't imagine a Glyptodon would be in there, but
I mean, I'd just love to see more like Cambrian or Ediacaran stuff. That like, you had Anorith, keep a good thing going.
I would love to see it. I would love to see more pterosaurs because Aerodactyl is not the best rep.
Yeah.
and neither is Archeops.
Ooh, Wiwaxia as a Pokemon.
Perfect.
I think they did something like that in Sun and Moon, actually.
Really?
Or maybe. Oh no! But there are a couple of like sea urchin, and I think there's actually a sea cucumber in whatever we're in now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. It looked.
I know
it
some
looks-
people were.
I will count it as vaguely Waxia inspired.
I know some people were really hoping that there'd
Wiwaxia.
be some like British dinosaur-inspired stuff in Sword and Shield, which there was whatever they had for the fossil Pokemon with like the Dunkleosteus head and the Stegosaur tail and something.
Personally,
It was an interesting choice.
I'm pretty sure that everybody who in Paleo who got those things named them some variation on Abomination. I know I
Oh
did.
my god.
I didn't get Sword and Shield for pretty much this reason.
Yeah, Dracovish is just like the worst thing ever. I definitely named it Abomination. I think Alessandro Chiarenza also did. I seem to remember trading and seeing that his was named Abomination as well.
You know, Britain has so many good fossils. Why didn't they just do usual fossil Pokemon?
Because they were going off of the incorrect assumptions. That's what they were trying for. They were trying for the I put, here's Piltdown Man. Oh, here's, putting the skull on the wrong end of Elasmosaurus. Oh, here's.
But I mean, the fossil Pokemon in Kalos, which is basically Pokemon France, are Amargasaurus and Tyrannosaurus. So that said, I would also like to see a proper saber-toothed cat. I know there are a lot of cat Pokemon, but you could probably do something with saber teeth. Raikou does not count it. He sucks.
I think some sort of like an Iguanodon based thing would be neat, or make it like a fighting type and have it be really like big and brawny and something.
Clearly, we need Scrotum Humanum.
No.
No.
I think I broke
No.
Meg.
No. Look, as someone named Meg, and so people would say that I'm a Megalosaurus. No. Because Scrotum Humanum is Megalosaurus. For those in the chat, not in the know.
I mean, Quetzalcoatlus made it into Animal Crossing, so hopefully next Pokemon.
Yeah, what about like a Dimorphodon Pokemon or something like that? That would have been cool.
Dimorphodon is so good.
My image of Dimorphodon is always going to be from Dinotopia, and some of the
talking
Dinotopia
ones.
Novelizations where they're just basically used as messenger pigeons.
Oh my god.
That's in some of the later like proper Dinotopia books as well. But in like the movie adaptation or something, they talk like parrots or something.
And also have feather wings for some reason.
They do?
I watched it.
So did I just didn't remember that.
I mean, watching it is a mistake.
Yeah, it was not good.
Look, I found it on... Look, when you find it on a VHS tape that costs like $1.
Yeah, we've gotten to Meg's favorite part of my drawing process, which is coloring.
In fact, Dimorphodon would have probably been one of the worst pterosaurs to use it as messenger pigeons. Because
they weren't long distance flyers.
Yeah, no. The best analogy would be like Galliforms, like chickens and shit.
Really? That bad at flying? I mean, I knew they weren't particularly great flyers,
yeah, no,
but I didn't realize it was...
Dimorphodon in particular seems to have been less of a frequent flyer.
Huh.
Like, it's among other early pterosaurs, it in particular seems to have been more grounded.
Speculative, large, flightless, Cretaceous Dimorphodontid.
Blocked.
So pretty.
What on earth is that?
What?
Is that the Dimorphodon? That's...
Oh, I just look
Wow.
up the Dinotopia Dimorphodon.
Yeah. That's,
not that thing again! No! No! We erased it from the record.
Well,
Dan's
it's back.
gurney
This
No!
did not deserve that.
this is what I live through as a pterosaurologist.
It just looks like a fucking parrot. Right, Ellie. Thank you.
Between that and Jurassic World, Dimorphodon might be the most screwed over pterosaur in all of fiction.
Oh, don't discount Pteranodon.
At least we got some decent pteranodons.
Ellie, do you want to say
The
anything
one
to
from
the stream?
Caveman is surprisingly not bad.
Ellie, do you want to say anything to the stream? No? Okay. Ellie has declined to comment. But the baby is here.
The baby is here.
Yep.
Heck,
He's
we
just
almost got some really good looking pteranodon in the Lost World Jurassic Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some pictures of the unused maquette have surfaced online, and it looks good. I'm gonna link.
I'm impressed that we've still got like 35 people watching.
Right? Hi, guys. Welcome
Hi.
to the Terror Dorm. Terror Dorm.
I haven't been able to see
Pterodome.
I haven't been able to see the Twitch chat the entire time, so good to know that there's for like I don't know. Honestly, there could have been nobody watching me, and like if you all didn't tell me, I wouldn't have known.
Save those dollars for our next speaker, Aubrey, guys.
Yeah,
In
and
25 minutes.
and the rest of the stream.
Right. Don't want to burn all of your donation money in one go.
Honestly, I would not put it past something with like this kind of head skin that I've given Guanlong, like to have patterns like this.
Yes.
Like out of all of the kind of feather patterns that could, you know, conceivably produce this kind of a thing, you know,
Right.
if any dinosaur is going to have a pride flag on it, it'd probably be something without head feathers.
So something for chat to consider for the next 25 minutes. Our next
Okay.
guest is Dr. Aubrey Roberts from the University of Oslo.
Okay.
And the research is on early Triassic bone beds of the Arctic archipelago of Svalbard, which is about as far north as you can go and still be on land. So maybe if people wanted to start thinking ahead of time, since we've got a lot of quiet and some dead air. We've been part of the Spitsbergen Mesozoic Research Group at the University of Oslo since 2011, and worked on everything from Cretaceous bird fossils to large marine reptiles. So some of the largest paleontology excavations inside the Arctic Circle. So start thinking of your questions. Why am I making hand gestures? I'm not on camera. No one can see me.
I've been doing that the whole time.
But start thinking of questions.
We have another art donation, but they're willing to wait till the next one.
Yeah, what is it?
Denim dinosaur. Or Ginosaur. Damn it, people. I was expecting a bigger laugh. Okay.
Yeah. How's this looking?
Wonderful.
Critter is having some hissy fits.
Save.
So,
Save.
yes, good idea.
Save. You can even restart the program if you need to, I think.
You should be able to last it out. Last 20 minutes. Well, maybe if there's I don't know, if there's not enough time to get onto the next art request, I might just sort of detail this one up a bit more than I've done on the other ones.
That works.
And it can also go in queue, or you could just draw it anyway. I don't know how we want to work that. But yeah, or we can just make sure that it gets flagged to be on the next first on the next one.
And we can always email things back.
Also, Grand Arbiter, that is nowhere near like a complicated request.
We've drawn Trigger, the most amazing comrade of all. We can draw.
Oh, yes. If there is anyone in the stream chat who has not seen Trigger yet, I don't know. There might be new people. I just want to see Trigger again. Oh, there's Stego boy. Forgot about that. I also don't name my layers. That's my other flaw
You
as an
fool.
artist.
Have these been
You
tweeted? Because we should be tweeting these.
Oh yes, that would be a good thing to do. Like,
Taz, when we are interviewing Aubrey, you should tweet these out.
I don't have Twitter.
okay, then send
You
them in the
have
Discord,
our
and one of us will
Twitter.
do it for you.
Oh, I do.
Like-
That's true. We put it
You
out on the stream Twitter. That's right.
Yeah, I'm like, you have a Twitter. It's
Oh, yeah.
the Twitter account we all share together.
I forgot about that.
Surprise! We made a Twitter for you
Yeah.
without your permission. But it's also for me, and for Bobby, and Henry. I'm sorry you missed Trigger by sleeping for 2 hours, but don't worry, Trigger will be put up on the internet for all to enjoy.
It's always got Guanlong always has such a longer face than I think it does.
Guanlong is very good. It is my favorite Tyrannosauroid.
It's a good Tyrannosauroid.
Yeah.
I think my favorite's Tyrannus because I'm a basic bitch, but yeah.
Tyrannus is also pretty good.
No, Jasper, we saved that joke for Magna Rostris.
God, I'm not gonna get over peeled mammoths.
I mean, I had forgotten about it until you brought it up. So
For those confused,
If Meg can't get over peeled mammoths, none of us will.
for those confused in the chat during the Mosasaur and Mammoth talk, someone in the chat, and I don't know who, so I apologize for that, pointed out that Asian elephants are just peeled mammoths, and it's never going to get out of my head.
As in they
I will be torturing everyone.
mammoths without hair.
Yeah.
Really, it's more like shaved mammoths.
Peeled is why it's disgusting, and then peeled will stay.
I mean, the problem with that was like it wasn't even. That's something you expect at 3 a.m. That was like 7:35. So it was like 9:30 for Meg, but it was early. It's not supposed to be that weird that early. I need more rum.
It's how we start the way we mean to go on, Robert. We start the way we need to go on.
Well, you hit the benchmark early.
Oh, I'm crying again. Oh no. I apologize formally to my friend Adam, who left, came back, and immediately heard Field Man. I'm very sorry. But we both know that I'm not sorry enough not to repeat the mistake. Okay, so...
Are we ever truly sorry for the banter?
No.
No. That
God, I'm so
Transform
sorry.
is a work of art. I mean, all of what you've done is a work of art, but I
But
feel
this
like
is-
the need to comment.
Okay, everything that Taz has done is a work of art, but this is a work of art.
Yes. With a French accent, but I can't do French accent.
Well,
Wow,
it is art shenanigans.
We have 41 viewers at 2 a.m.
Well, yes,
Nice.
because there is awesomeness afoot.
Yeah. A trans Guanlong.
Also, I mean, I reasonably should we put out the schedule so people know that that we've got a speaker coming on shortly.
It's true.
Yeah. So now would be a good time to save.
Yeah.
Yes, probably.
I am watching the room. I am ready for our speaker to enter the room.
But we're not watching the room.
No, and we won't be watching the room because I don't want to.
Maybe we'll
Now that would
cast
make
it at some
some
point. I don't know.
interesting content for the extravaganza.
Also, we can't really stream copyrighted content, so like, or at least not things that aren't games.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what Twitch was designed around doing.
True. Such a beautiful Guanlong. Oh, Aubrey's here.
Shall we switch over then?
Let's see what she wants. Hi, Aubrey. Welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Hello.
So right
Hello.
now we're still doing art
Thank you very
shenanigans.
much. That is absolutely fine. I've been enjoying watching the art shenanigans.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
you've been here, have you?
They've been listening to us.
You've been listening to us banter very
We're doomed.
ridiculously.
Oh no.
We've been exposed. Run for the hills.
There goes our last pretensive respectability.
We have one of those. I think we lost that years ago. So yeah. Obviously, it's a little bit early for when you were supposed to start, and I don't think we should start early just in case people are like waiting till when you were scheduled to come on.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah. So we can just keep watching Taz draw this glorious Guanlong.
Dr. Roberts, did you work with Pat Druckenmiller at all while you were in Svalbard?
Yes, Pat was my PhD supervisor and master supervisor. Great guy.
Oh, yeah, he was my undergrad supervisor.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the best people I know.
It's a small field after all.
It really is.
It really is. I mean, everyone knows everyone.
I mean, especially once you get into vertebrates and then, Mesozoic.
Right.
Yeah, it's just so small.
Sure.
Yeah, we have -5 data and -$500 in grant money.
So you guys must be pretty tired right now.
I'm fully nocturnal. So no.
I'm okay because it's only about 4:30 where I am in the afternoon.
I knew that this was coming, so I slept in really late.
Taz is Australian.
Smart.
And Henry is also nocturnal.
It's almost midnight where I am, which is not super late for me. Let's put it that way.
Henry is Australian in spirit, in that he sleeps on the same time scale as us.
Like, yesterday I went to bed at 8 a.m. It was a mistake, but I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be an awesome weekend. I'm very looking forward to all of the different speakers and events that you've got lined up. It looks really awesome. Well done, guys.
It's kind of crazy. I don't know how we did this, to be honest with you.
I helped organize this, and I have the same feeling.
Right. Well, it's like I blinked and an entire week went away, and I woke up and we had planned a miniature conference for the internet.
And we've raised almost $1,800 already.
Amazing.
Wow.
Fantastic.
And by almost, I mean we're at 1,792.
Oh my God! Someone donate $8. Go.
Do it.
Make us proud. As a longtime watcher of another charity weekend stream, aka the Project for Awesome, the best part is the people who go to bed waking up to the amount that's been raised overnight. So, let's do this. Henry, did you donate? Oh my God.
What?
We got to stop donating to our own charity thing.
That's
Oh,
not
this is
me.
There's multiple Henrys who are by and love pterosaurs. This is not a drill. Oh my god.
Unsure as to where that donation.
I have found.
Where did that donation came from? Act Blue. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, now we know someone Henry should befriend. Nice to do it to see who is superior. That's what Jasper said.
Clearly, one of us clearly must come from another dimension.
You gotta form like a society, like a secret society of the Henrys. Well, this Guanlong is basically done, and we've got
Beautiful.
5 minutes
just
left.
in time. Oh, Blair's here. Hi, Blair.
Oh, hi. Welcome. It's,
Hi, Blair.
And I will do the final save.
The final save. There's so many layers to that image.
Yeah,
ogres have layers.
I've done a lot of drawing. There's a lot of layers.
How long did that take you?
I've been going for 3.5 hours. Is that what we've done? Is it 3?
Yeah,
3.5
but you've
-ish?
done like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've done 10.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is more than I thought I had done. Whew.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do I stop doing? How do I stop sharing this?
There should be.
Oh, there's
I
a button.
can kick you off, maybe.
No, you should just. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh god, the stream information.
There we go.
No.
Don't worry, I shut it off.
Oh, thank god. Okay.
Okay, next time this happens, someone else start screen sharing.
Yeah.
Good idea. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think most of the people in here aren't jerks, so.
I mean, yeah, we've had a good crowd. Thank goodness. I was traumatized by this previous week. Anyway,